Hey guys, guess who's back? We are on TechCity Discuss.
My name is Dolapo BellaRose.
I'm BellaRose.
I'm Shalewa Williams.
And today on the show, we're talking on three very interesting points that have in one way or the other caused some stir, both on social media and in the tech ecosystem at large. Stick around.
In an attempt to fight fake accounts and spam, Twitter has reduced the number of daily follows to 400. So this is like a significant drop from the other rule of 1,000 a day. And I think this is like a really, creepy move.
Creepy? I don't think so.
No, like I like the move, yeah, but it's from 1,000 to 400. It's like too much. It's too drastic.
But really, how many people can you follow in a day?
Actually, I was thinking about that, like 400 in
That's
a day.
lot,
Like, we like to down, just follow 400 times. Like, who does that?
And I remember last year, Twitter had also gone on a kind of house cleaning of sorts when they decided to shut down accounts that were inactive and bot accounts as well. So I know quite a number of people did not have as many followers as they did before. And again, they also want to use this to curb spamming on Twitter, right? The tweet that they put out was follow, unfollow, follow, unfollow. Who does that? Because that's what people do sometimes, right? Someone will follow you just so you can follow them back, and then when that happens, they unfollow you again. And I'm sure it's from the activity from that they decided in some way to cut down on the number of people you can actually follow in a single day.
Yeah, I think it's a good number. Okay, I'm not really a very an extra active Twitter user, but you said, how many people can you really follow in a day? How many accounts? Even following 400 people is a whole lot. But I mean, with the issue of fake news and spamming and a whole lot that's going on with the cyber, security and crimes, I think it's a very good move, that Twitter has done. And talking about, so a lot of people were wondering why it was 400. It was reduced to 400 from 1,000. What was the rationale behind it?
Yeah, there's an explanation there.
Exactly. The head of site integrity for Twitter, that's Joel, has already explained that. Well, it's quite detailed, but he said, given some statistics that they did, they were able to, sort the whole thing out and see that 400 was like a clean number to come to, and they didn't want to discourage people who were interested in following so many people on the app as well. But if I could link it to something quite interesting, we had talked about last year. I mean, this whole thing points to the vanity metrics of the use of social media and Twitter. Yeah. So, I mean, followership is a huge thing. Even before you follow an account, you want to know how many followers and users. But as Twitter is doing their house cleaning, I'm also thinking that, if Kanye West's proposal of taking away the number of people you can come to fruition, because I mean it affects a lot of people's mental health, so to say. So you see people who have good content, but you're like, okay, how many followers does this person have? Right. So I think as part of the house cleaning, Twitter can also introduce something like that where you can hide the number of people you follow. I mean, it brings a lot of sanity to the app.
But again, I mean, while I understand that, I think that this can also affect the influencer community, right, on social media. Many of these will ride on the number of followers that they have, and brands also choose to partner with them because of these numbers. So while it sounds like a good thing because we want to see how much we reduce vanity on social media, I'm not sure everyone will be open to it because it's going to cost some people their jobs. In other news, Samsung recently announced 6 devices in their A series: the A2 core, the A10, A20, A30, A50, A70. Is that it?
Yes.
I'm correct. Okay, so yes, 6 of these devices were live at the launch, and it was great to see Samsung do this. I just need to say, I miss Banky W at all the Samsung launches. Because I mean,
like,
he always
I just tied the face of Banky W to
the
Samsung.
brand. And there's just something extra he brings to the launches. He's always so, he gets into the nitty-gritty of the features of these devices. He personalizes it a lot. Reminisce was there, but I mean, I miss you, Banky. But I mean, so these devices were launched, and the major talking points about these devices were the price tags attached to all of the devices. The cheapest was the A2 core, goes for below 30,000 naira, and the most expensive is under 200,000 naira. I thought that was really, really amazing.
Yeah, it's
really
a very
amazing.
smart move by Samsung because, like nowadays, people tie Samsung to this exotic brand, and it's like when you're using Samsung, you're like over there. So no, if I'm right here, then I cannot use Samsung. So I feel like Samsung is actually trying to bring everybody home, everybody together, that, oh, there might be high end and low end, but then everybody can just be tied to the name Samsung.
Absolutely.
So I think that's actually a very smart move by Samsung.
And I think that it may sound a bit cliche, but I think they are also very customer sensitive, right? Because there are lots of people who want to use Samsung devices, but because they cannot afford these devices, they go for they go for cheaper devices who promise a lot of things. So you can use the device to do this and do that. But by the time you start trying to use these features on these devices, you find that they are not as strong or they don't even perform as well, right? So I love that Samsung is doing this. I know it will affect this competition. I mean, it's business anyway, so no one really cares. But I think it's a good thing, right? If I'm going to pay an amount of money for a good device, it needs to function optimally and not just work for a year and not have second-hand value.
I mean, we've spoken about it many times, about Samsung being a really good brand, but then a lot of the Nigerian populace can't use the Samsung brand because of, its high end, and they have to go to other, phone users and things like that. But I mean, I think also, aside the fact that they've slashed the price and everything, I mean, there was an interview you had with the Samsung head last year, where he talked about an assembly plant in Nigeria. I think coming soon. So I think that can also contribute to like slashing of prices for even the high-end ones.
True.
I mean, in countries like India and Co, the reason why they get really affordable phones for good prices is because they have a lot of assembly plants and production going on
in those
there.
places.
So,
yes.
I mean, if Samsung really looks at that, it would be a good one.
And to be honest, it's great that you mentioned that. He had also mentioned that they were looking at really producing good phones for cheaper. So yeah, it's great to just tie
everything together.
All that together. Let's now go to YouTube. Major numbers are happening on YouTube.
South Korean girl group Blackpink has a song, Kill This Love, and its video is the fastest music video to hit 100 million views with 56.7 million views in 24 hours.
Record time.
Record time. I mean, like, it's really incredible. And when I checked I did my research and I saw the numbers. The record before was Taylor Swift's Look What You Made Me Do. And that had 28 million views in 24 hours. The one before was Adele's Hello, which had 27.7 million views in 24 hours. So this has doubled that amount. And the fact that it's coming from a non-UK or US music group is really, interesting also. And I mean, funny enough, if you check the number of YouTube videos that have reached 24 hours, the top 10, only 2 of those videos are from US artists, who is Eminem and
I was just going to say, these guys have numbers.
So like
Asians have numbers.
Asians have numbers, and the Korean music scene is really big.
It's big.
And when I was looking at it, I was wondering what was responsible for it. Why are they doing so big? I mean, we have numbers in Africa too, but like, how come our videos haven't hit that? And I saw that, funny enough, there's an entertainment company called YG Entertainment. And it's the biggest entertainment company in Korea. They do a lot of things from concert production, so they're able to push their artists. If you remember, in 2012, there was this guy called Psy, Gangnam Style.
Yes.
He was also signed to the label as well.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Is K-pop signed to the label?
K-pop signed to the label. BTS, a Chinese, a Korean pop group. So I mean, they're able to push their artists, and I don't know, it's just really incredible. What I think
they also do is they change the idea of mainstream.
How?
Because I mean, they're not mainstream. But they are doing so well.
Yes.
They're not known in Africa. They're not known in the UK or in the US or whatever. But
I'm sure they're known in some parts of Asia.
In some parts of Asia. But, where they're known, they are doing great numbers.
Yes.
And I think that's, thank you, YouTube, for that. For people who never heard about them before, I mean, that they have broken that record or have set that record will definitely increase their views and draw attention to their kind of music. So, really awesome.
If I had to add to that also, aside even having like the highest number of views in 24 hours, they also set a new record for the biggest premiere with 979,000 concurrent views. So before then was, what's her name, Ariana Grande's Thank You Next. So I mean, they set 2 new records, and I mean, it's very impressive. I like seeing music that is not necessarily from the entertainment capitals of the world, from
UK and the US.
Exactly, from Asia. I will look for Africa to achieve that sort of feat.
I'm also curious about how, I know that in Asia, maybe China particularly, right? They don't do, again, quote unquote, mainstream social media and all of that. So if they choose to have their own YouTube, what happens to the rest of the world? They've cut us out of all that. But I mean, for now, they're using YouTube, so that's a good thing. Fingers crossed if they decide to do something different in the near future. That's all we have time for today. Thank you so much for watching. We do appreciate your views. Don't forget to please subscribe. That is very important. And leave a comment down below as well. Let us know what your thoughts are on the stories that we have shared today. All right? I'm BellaRose Okoji.
I'm Shalewa Williams.
And I'm Dolapo BellaRose.
See you guys in the next one.
Bye. Peace out.